Okay, hi and welcome back to winemastery.co.uk. My name is John Whitefoot, this is
Sarah Thank.
And this is
Becky Glover.
And we're here talking about wine, as always, but this time we're talking about English wine. And if you haven't seen part one of this episode, go and have a look at it. There'll be a link just coming up now where you can go and have a look where the girls talk about their new venture, which is setting a website up so that you can buy English wine, and it guides you through the particular types of wine that you may well absolutely love. So we're going to just taste. You think in the first part you said 95 bottles you have in it would be a little bit difficult and maybe a little bit boring for you if we tasted all
Great
90.
for us.
Yeah. Not great for us the next day. So we thought we'd take four particular samples as representative, or partly representative of the product range that you're going to have on your website.
Yeah.
So what are we kicking off with first?
So first we have one from Toppesfield Vineyard, which is near to us.
Yeah, so this
in
is
East Anglia.
This is East Anglia, this is Essex. So this is about half an hour down the road from Elizabeth Rose HQ. This is a family-run business, much like all of these. Family-run, super small. They've got a handful of acres, but they produce excellent wines. So their wines are award-winning. It's run by two people, husband and wife team. They actually started off when a little bit of land next to their house became available for sale.
Okay.
They're really good friends with a vineyard just down the road called Toppesfield Hall. And the guys at Toppesfield Hall said, come on guys, you've got to buy the land. They sort of thought, oh, what are we going to do with it? And they said, yep, it's going to be vines. So they're not very old, this vineyard, but they've planted the vines. They're getting some great crop, some great quality. As I said, they're award winners, and this is their absolutely smashing Bacchus. We love it.
Yes.
It's really stand out for us. I mean, as we said in part one, Bacchus is a great grape, doing really well in England in our soils and with our weather. But this one particularly for us,
we love it.
Stands out. So we thought, what better one?
Okay, leave that along for you.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy.
I'm sure I will.
So you can see the similarity to Sauvignon Blanc straight away.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you gave that to some people and said that's Sauvignon Blanc,
I don't think
go, okay.
Absolutely right, yeah.
Well, especially given, every Sauvignon Blanc doesn't taste the same or smell the same. So, I don't think anyone would pick an argument with you at all.
So, like we said earlier, the charm of the English Bacchus is that it really does emulate the flavours of an English countryside or an English garden. So you get like gooseberry, nettle,
maybe some
green apple, like an orchard,
some honeysuckle,
elderflower.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Wow. And you're doing that, but John does this, and I'm still very limited. I can only get to one, maybe two takes. I never. He goes on, and I'm thinking, I wish I could do that.
So this one's a crowd pleaser, I think, as well.
Yeah.
You can drink it with food, but also on its own. For me, when you smell a wine, it takes you to somewhere.
Yeah.
And this is outside in your garden, summer's day, surrounded by friends. This is what this wine is.
Now I'm really sad now. Do you know where it's taken me?
Wow.
To John's cellar.
I think we spent too much time together.
I think so.
Right, should we taste?
Let's taste.
Green apple.
Green apple, but it hasn't got that Sauvignon Blanc. As soon as you put it in your mouth, it's
you're like, oh,
yeah, that's right. And I think that is what you don't like about it.
Yeah, and I think that's why I verge more to Chardonnay, Chablis type styles.
Yeah.
Because they're not that in your mouth.
But you still get the fresh, crisp acidity there that you do with a Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, it's like just if you've got a really sort of crisp, where it's, you bite an apple and it's a bit sour, but this hasn't got that. It's just like the after effect. You can you swallow it now and it just gives you that sort of fresh
sweetness.
Yeah,
still balanced.
It is very balanced.
Yeah.
It's very nice indeed. And this is single grape, just Bacchus.
Yeah, single grape, just Bacchus. Yeah.
So there are a few in East Anglia, and they call themselves the Bacchus Triangle. There's like a few that all really love their Bacchus. They grow it really well, and they win awards all the time.
Yeah.
And you probably will have heard of Wimbury as well, who are in Norfolk, and their Bacchus is winning international awards. It's doing really, really well. So
fantastic.
yeah, it's a really good English grape.
And price point wise, this isn't extortionate. Maybe in a supermarket you'd pick up a Sauvignon Blanc, a good one for a tenner.
Yeah.
This only a couple of pounds more. So considering this is in Essex, a few miles down the road for some people, you know, great family. They've got an amazing wine centre there now. They've just developed that. So they're doing the tours, they're doing the tastings. They've got it all there, and they're just such lovely people. They want to teach people about these wines, and you know, tell them what's good, tell them what's bad, tell them what to love, and you know, like this is one to love, I think.
And do they just produce this one wine, or do they?
No, they do the Bacchus, they do the Rosé,
which is Pinot Noir.
Yeah,
100% Pinot Noir.
And then they do also produce a sparkling as well.
Okay.
All of the wines are not produced on site; they're produced literally just down the road. But hopefully, in the next few years, as things progress, all of these vineyards will have their own wineries as well. So, but they're very heavily involved in how this wine ends up tasting like this.
Absolutely.
This is, you know, two people's love in this bottle right here. So it's amazing.
Amazing, yeah. It's really, really nice.
Oh, good.
But I mean, wouldn't you be proud to take that to a dinner party or a barbecue?
Yes.
You know, tell people a little bit about it.
And I think this would be particularly good with seafood.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that the actually the telling for this would be for John. You can tell the ones he likes. Those are the ones he doesn't take to other people.
Yeah, that's it. Think, oh, what have I got in the back of the cupboard?
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's take them now.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a cellar full of wine, of course, with the shop. But he would keep those for himself.
Yeah, this is a crowd pleaser.
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
No,
Excellent.
good.
Fantastic. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. See you in a sec. Okay, so welcome back. So as you can see, we've moved on to a rosé. I'm assuming that is a rosé, am I correct?
It is indeed. It is very pale in colour.
Rose gold colour.
Yeah.
It's
Amazing.
amazing.
Salmon.
So a lot of English vineyards and wineries and winemakers are following the trend of Provence rosé that is so popular, and they're making their wines deliberately this light colour and this light character, just because that is what most people enjoy. So this one in particular is Pinot Noir and Madeleine Angevine.
Yeah, a bit of Mad Ange in there as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most English rosés are Pinot Noir, 100% Pinot Noir, but this one's got some Mad Ange in it, so it's really nice, really easy-going rosé.
Yeah, and again, such a crowd pleaser.
Yes.
That reminds me of something, but I can't think what it is. It's pretty distinctive.
It's definitely got, like, I get really strawberries and creamy notes.
Is it a bit of pepper? Do you think it's pepper?
Do you know where my mind's going? Car engines.
What? Really? Really?
So strawberry, car engine.
I mean, that sounds disgusting, but it's not disgusting.
I do think I know what you're saying.
I kind of see it now as well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah. I guess when you're tasting, I don't know if you find this, but John tends to go through quite a few different tastes, but I get stuck. I find one, and then I just can't get past that. That's it.
I find it hard just to think of multiple things sometimes. I'm like, apple, peach, melon, etc., and then I'm like, I don't know any other fruit. There's another fruit in here, but I just don't know. Yeah.
I think it's still got similar to the Bacchus, not quite as strong as the Bacchus. It's still got some elderflowery, gooseberry notes in there.
Yeah.
So this is a firm favourite with us. The rose gold colour is delightful. People love it for the colour. People love it for it's quite dry still. It's not a real sweet rosé, which I think a lot of people now like. So yeah.
Yeah, if I was drinking that blind, I know it was I would immediately think to myself, it's a white that I've not tasted before because it's got a certain something else. Not realising it was but it's.
I wonder whether that's the Mad Ange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madeleine
Could
Angevine. So this vineyard's in Suffolk.
Okay.
Again, family run, family owned. Really well known vineyard. You can pick up Giffords Hall in Waitrose. So really accessible. This is a fantastic rosé because, as we said, it does sort of mimic some of those Provence styles. So if that's what you like the Provence, this one is pretty much a winner for you. So they trying to be as organic as they can.
Okay.
They actually have sheep roaming the vineyards to keep the grass down naturally.
And fertilise it, presumably.
Fertilise it. Yeah. Again, these people aren't a huge mass production. Still fairly small. If you compare to Australian or French or Italian vineyards, these people are small. This is someone's family business. They put in all of their hard work, their blood, sweat and tears into each and every bottle.
And they do have the winery on site, don't they?
Yeah, they have their own winery.
And they play around with a bit of oak as well, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, we like people to be a bit brave and try new things.
I think at the moment they're using Burgundian oak.
Yes, yeah.
But they're thinking or they're talking to people about getting
oak.
some English oak, which would
Okay.
be quite interesting because I don't think anyone's ever done that before.
No.
If they do go down that route, I'd be
actually,
really interested.
Something that stands out in my mind, so Linda and Guy own Giffords Hall, and the first time we met Linda, we said, oh yes, we'd love to try your rosé, and she said, this is England, this is my rose. So it's not a rosé in England, this is a rose. Yes.
Okay.
Which I think is really lovely.
They don't have the apostrophe on the E.
Yeah. So this is their rose, it's not their rosé, because it's not French.
Okay.
Which I think is really nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's like I think it's Coates and Seeley who do produce English sparkling wine, and instead of calling it the traditional method on the bottle of making the sparkling wine, they call it the method Britannique.
Yeah.
To say it's the British method.
So people being proud that this isn't, whilst we say if you like Provence you'll like this, if you like Sauvignon Blanc you'll like this, that's really just to ease people into knowing what they would like. But these producers are proud that this is made here, produced here, everything English goes into this bottle, or Welsh, depending on where it's from. So Guy, as I said before, who's the husband of Linda, who they both own the vineyard, he is very well known in the wine world. He does a lot of competition things. He is actually on the board, isn't he, of one of the...
I think it's the East Anglian Viticulture Association.
Yeah. So these are really well respected people. They've been doing this, quite a long time. They know what they're doing. This is it.
Fantastic. And I guess the thing we've talked about, obviously just to guide people in terms of what they like is if you like Provence rose, like this rose. But I guess they also don't want to just do exactly the same. They actually want to make it a unique taste.
Of course. And the grapes grown in Provence are completely different to the grapes grown in England. It's just the style that they're going for. So it is different, but it's still got that delicate freshness that a Provence rosé has.
And it's not super sweet, like you do get the strawberries and cream sort of flavour on this, but it's not super sweet. You're not going to be thinking, oh, this is Ribena, which you can get from some super hot climate rosés.
And now this has warmed up a little bit. The car engine smell is
that's going, is it?
they're going to be really upset if they watch this. It's not. It is a horrible way to describe it. It's just. I think it's more a connection in my brain than it's actually the real smell.
Yeah, perhaps you've smelt that somewhere.
So what's
whilst being in a car.
now, the more creamy notes.
Yeah, we love it.
It's lovely. That is definitely one for the lawn, isn't it? And you realise you'd be able to drink this more often down here than in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
You just have to come back and drink it then.
Yeah.
So we stock this both in this size and in the Magnum.
We do.
We picked up the Magnum because we thought why wouldn't you want
Yes.
2 bottles within one? If you're going for a picnic and you think,
Why not?
these kids, I'm going to need to take wine today.
Just the 2 of you with a magnum.
Why waste another bottle? Just open a Magnum.
And of course, it wouldn't
Get the waste down.
It wouldn't chill so quickly if you had a Magnum either, because of the
That's very
ratio,
true.
surface area
In
ratio.
fact, I don't even know if it'll fit in my fridge.
Oh, make a
This is a
fridge.
problem that needs solving.
So we stocked both sizes for every event.
Fantastic.
And I would say
Fantastic.
this is great as an aperitif on its own, maybe with some canapes or snacky food
Yeah.
Maybe
before dinner.
just laying on the lawn.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely just enjoy it wine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's lovely. It's beautiful. Absolutely delicious.
So yeah.
Okay, well, we'll move on to the next one, shall we?
Excellent.
Exciting time. On to the next one. Hi, and welcome back to another tasting. This time, a sparkling. Now, I understand this is a pretty favourite. Yeah?
It is.
Pretty
It's one
upright.
that we really like.
Yeah, so this is Woodchurch, and this is their classic cuvee. Same grapes that go into Champagne, so Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. Quite a high Chardonnay percentage goes into this. Absolutely delicious. So I've just poured a little glass. You can see those bubbles are so fine.
Yeah. Someone told me that the smaller the bubbles are, the better the quality. Is that true?
Well, meant to be true.
Yeah, people say it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is an all-time favourite. So again, this is a family-owned vineyard. They're in Kent. They currently do 4 wines, one of which, another favourite of ours, is a Chardonnay.
Still Chardonnay, yeah.
Yeah, which is great. So yeah, they were absolutely amazing when we visited. They showed us the vineyard, talked us through everything, how they'd like to produce it. So they produce it off-site at a different winery at the moment. But they've just built a magnificent new building on site, which they do their tours and their tastings from. Absolutely beautiful. Probably will be finished by the time this goes out. So if you're ever down that way in Kent, must go and visit them.
Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, and this is incredible.
It's right up our street.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
So the intensity hits you
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah, so this has actually done 32 months on the lees.
Yeah.
So a real investment by this vineyard. This particular one, which we really like, they put on the back of each bottle how long it's spent on the lees and when it was put in the bottle.
Would you be able to explain to the viewers, just in case they're beginning, what on the lees means?
Technical term. Disgorged. I'll let Sarah take it.
I can't remember.
So disgorged is obviously when it comes out of the big barrels and goes into the bottle. Time on the lees is time in the bottle with the yeast.
Yes.
And so the higher the time on the lees usually means the sort of the breadier, they get that brioche type of flavour. Yes, the yeasty flavours. That's then what you get. So if something is shorter time on the lees, it's probably going to be a little bit fresher, or if something's longer on the lees, it's going to get that bready,
gives it
brioche
a bit more depth and complexity.
flavour.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Well done,
Thank
Becky.
you very much. That smells.
There's a lot going on there.
You really don't have to go hunting for it.
No.
It just comes straight at you.
And you can actually get that bready brioche flavour straight away on the nose. It's a little bit like toasted almonds.
You get almonds, honey.
Yeah,
it's almost too French to be English.
Exactly. Well, actually, when we were there, they were saying they're so close, obviously on the south coast, so close to Champagne.
Yeah.
They do tours and tastings for people that come up on the Eurostar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can get on at Paris, hop off, and taste some great wine.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So anyway, taste.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't it yummy?
Very sophisticated, isn't it?
It really is. And this is a fairly new vineyard as well. Like, these people this isn't like 200 years of history like you would expect in Champagne or longer. This is within the last 10 years So,
But I would
it's
say
so sophisticated. But
that's part of England's like benefit, and that's why they're doing so well, is because there's not that long traditional history. So there's not this expectation that we've always done it this way, therefore we're going to continue doing it this way. People are not afraid to experiment. There are pet nats out there, which we don't have any, but there are pet nats out there. There's orange wines, which we've got one orange wine actually in stock.
Oh, really?
And people are just having fun with it. So
they don't
very
have to live up to that sort of champagne.
Well, no, exactly. Because it's all quite new, all quite fresh. Like obviously they're using the same grapes and the same method, but they're doing it to their own taste. They're not doing it to any
preconceived
Yeah, exactly. Which I think is
in the French,
really beneficial to us.
They perhaps have to go through a certain. They have to do it a certain way in order to be called champagne. So it's very light, isn't it? But when I first tasted it, I thought it was really quite sophisticated, very light, and I thought, oh, that taste probably won't have much left in it. But actually, it's
got quite a citrusy finish, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And we love the brand in general for this. I just took one of these bottles over to a baby shower. She's having a little boy. So I thought, wow, what a great way to celebrate.
Who's having a little boy?
My friend.
Called?
A Roman. Cheers to Roman.
The boy's called Roman.
Yeah, the boy's called Roman.
Yeah, and Kerry. Yeah, she did a bit of hard work, Kerry.
Who's having
Congratulations.
Yes. So she'll be, enjoying this when she can. So we just love the branding. It's so fresh. It's so relevant. A lot of the time with champagne houses, they're very traditional.
Yeah.
And actually, the younger consumer thinks great, but what else is there? And if you see this on the internet shelf, that really grabs. And then when you can get this kind of quality afterwards, it's great. Perfect for a baby shower if you're having a boy.
You couldn't have it if you're having a girl?
Well, they do a lovely rosé.
Don't go stereotypical.
That's lovely, that is gorgeous, and very dangerous as well.
I know.
It is so light and, as you say, refreshing, that citrus note at the end, and it's just like, girls, your glasses are empty.
Well,
I can't help it.
You can't help but go back for more, can you?
Yeah.
No. It's Moorish.
Like pears and peaches and yummy.
Lovely.
I would be so proud to give that to someone. Well, I have, but for any occasion, not just a baby shower. Well done for being 9 months sober.
And we're talking about this one, but we felt the same way about all of Woodchurch's wines. Every single one we tasted, and we were like, that's perfect.
So when we visited, we actually hadn't tasted any of the Woodchurch, so we were taking a little bit of a punt.
It was completely brand new to us.
Completely brand new. So we went there, we tasted every single wine, and we actually walked away for our stock with every single wine, which I think just shows there is consistency of this quality over the whole brand.
Yeah, it's true.
And you're stocking most of their
every single one.
The whole
every single
range,
one,
yeah. So they've got the classic cuvee.
Didn't they do well?
I know, they did. I think they thought we were joking when we were like, we'll just take everything. They're like, are you sure? Even the Chardonnay? Yes, definitely the Chardonnay.
So we'll just quickly talk about the Chardonnay. So whilst we don't have it here with us today, it is delightful.
It's so nice.
So it's actually sealed, obviously, with a cork, and then instead of your usual foil over the top, it is dipped in wax.
Okay.
Yeah,
so great,
fun.
different way of sealing it. And a lot of people that don't like Chardonnay will love this Chardonnay.
So it's more, so it's unoaked, so it's more similar to a light Chablis. So if you're one of those people that says, I don't like Chardonnay, but I do like Chablis,
anything but Chardonnay people will be going for this. Really, really good. So just a quick mention on that.
Well, I don't want to be left behind, so I will just...
You're a trooper.
Don't let it go to waste.
Delicious. Excellent.
Another great one.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. Well, I guess we've got the one which is going to be very unusual for an English wine coming next, which is a red.
Red.
Okay.
So
let's see for that one. So we're back, as you can see, with a red. So this is red. I mean, I've not I have tasted one red English wine, but it's very unusual. I say unusual for me. You don't see that many around. Certainly not on shelves.
No, they are probably the least celebrated. Of all of the wines that England produces and Wales produces. They're getting just better and better and better in quality. And we now don't just do the super light reds in England and Wales. We are going towards the medium-bodied styles as well. So this is from Trevibban in Cornwall, the North Cornwall Coast. A great vineyard. They do loads for wildlife. They try and be as organic as possible. They have sheep roaming to keep the grass down, and then they use those sheep as well for meat as well afterwards. So nothing's wasted. So this red wine is a blend. It's got Rondo and Dornfelder in it. So as we were saying in part one, a lot of people do blends to keep the consistency year on year, just in case there's a slight difference in the grapes. But yeah, this is an excellent red, we think anyway. So we are stocking it, and it's just, well, anyway.
Okay.
Let me
Right.
throw mind up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I said you'll be surprised.
Yeah, so
Wow.
the still red Pinot Noirs are made much more commonly across England, but they're a lot lighter in style than these. When they use the Dornfelder and the Rondo Germanic varieties, you do manage to get a deeper colour and more medium-bodied red with some complexity. There is some intensity there.
Yeah.
I think am I imagining it, or can I smell leather?
Leather, yeah.
Leather, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
I always
definitely.
get like a smokiness with this. So
Yeah,
it's
I
kind
do.
of a
Like
similar.
a slight pepper on it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you could smell it all day, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's just delightful.
I get like dark chocolate, plummy, like really black dark fruits.
Now, strangely, whenever I smell red wine, I always smell cherry. Whatever it is, I always smell cherry. But I can't smell it in this one.
Oh,
which is
really?
quite,
So it's going to be different, yeah.
Can we try?
Yeah, we can try.
Well, that's more complex than I expected because I was tasting there. First of all, tasting. I think, what is that taste? And then, it's changing. And I've got into this as I do with more complex wines, and never finding what the taste is, because as soon as I start to think about that one,
something else
another one's
crops up.
coming up.
Yeah,
So it was sort of rolling. So
it's got good length to it as well. It's not just there and
flat.
Gone.
Yeah,
there's
one
really
shot.
well
It's not a
rounded.
one shot wonder, no.
Yeah. So we visited these guys last September. We went on a tour and tasting, didn't we, of Cornwall's greatest vineyards with our lovely friend Kate at Cornish Wine Tours. This was the last place we stopped at.
Yeah.
They've got a great centre there for wine. Top floor is an amazing restaurant. Bottom floor, beautiful views over the vineyards. And you can taste all of these wines. This was always a standout for us, wasn't it? Because it was different.
Yeah, you brought one home.
Yeah, brought one home.
I love their Blanc de Blanc as well.
Yeah, they produce them well. They've got a great range, haven't they?
They do.
And producing some excellent wines.
Yeah.
They're great for the nature. They have a big wild garden out the back.
Okay.
So loads of wildflowers. Bugs and bees will love it. So if you like your environmentally friendly wines as well.
It's going down too easy.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
It's one of those that the nose doesn't actually give away the taste.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a lot more.
No,
I think the plummy notes really come out on the
they
palate.
do. I would love this with a barbecue. equally, I would love this with cheese.
I would say,
You know?
yeah, definitely. I would say definitely meats, like steaks.
Yeah,
like I'd want
and a good
with a lamb
burger.
steak. Sorry, sheep. But with a nice lamb steak, it would be good.
Well, they're probably
It's a
pleased you
circle
don't
of
have
life.
pleased you don't have a lamb steak. There's not as many of them are going to be killed, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So yeah, it's a real surprising one because I think a lot of people still think English reds are super light, a bit watery in flavours,
And just too earthy.
yeah, just too earthy. So this isn't that.
not at all.
You know, you could pick up a good bottle of Italian or French wine, which you know would sit alongside this in competition. So.
And another similar one to this, which is 100% Dornfelder, but they use oak really well to really deepen the flavours and get the complexity in there, is Wimberry's Signature Red, which we absolutely love as well.
Yeah, great
Is this seen oak? Do you know?
I
don't know.
would assume so, but I don't know actually off the top of my head. But
I would assume so.
the depth of flavours that you're getting, you can't.
Yeah.
It had some aging there, hasn't it?
Yeah. Have English wine started with vintages? In terms of a good vintage, in terms of laying down. I'm not that I don't really understand what that's all about, but I know that people do.
Yeah. So with sparklings, especially, most places are releasing non-vintage and vintages. So they're definitely doing that.
Right.
Yeah. They're saying 2018 is going to be a good vintage for sparklings. So some will be released. So some will be released in 2021, but some will just be held back and
probably
back, and will be in the wine cellars of some extremely lucky people.
Yeah, and very patient people.
Very, Not like us. Hard Tuesday. What have we got?
I always feel like, you know, when they're like, oh, we taste it every year to see if it's ready. I feel like the first time I taste it, I'd be like,
it's ready.
It's ready. I don't think I'd be able to be like, no, let's see next year.
That's some serious willpower.
They obviously know more than me.
Which is probably a good job you're selling it rather than making it.
I know.
So this is a great example of English red.
Yeah,
we love it.
It is. It's very, very nice indeed. And this is in Cornwall,
Cornwall, so the north coast of Cornwall. If anyone's ever on holiday, as a lot of people do, go down that way for their summer holidays. This is a great place to visit.
Or hook up with Cornish wine tours.
Yeah, do some great things.
Kate at Cornish Wine Tours took us to Camel Valley, which is a very well-known Cornish winery down there in Vineyard. Nitor was the other one that we went to in the middle, and then we ended up at Trevibban, and we just had the best day ever. And Kate's great. She's so knowledgeable, and she just made us feel so comfortable, and we had the best time.
Yeah, and I think that's again what it's about, making it accessible. These aren't, vineyards that will only let you in if you know a thing or two about wine, and you can't say this, and you can say this. Everyone's just happy. You can wander around the vineyards. Some of these vineyards do events where the kids just run up and down the vines and they get their face painted, and it's so family friendly. So it's great.
Fantastic. Well, ladies, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm really excited to be here at the beginning of your great escapade into the world of selling wine. It sounds really exciting. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
And I say I'd love to come down in 18 months' time,
absolutely.
and just talk to you about what's happening, and what you found out about English wine, what more you found out about English wine, what the trends are, all that sort of stuff. So I'd love to do that. But until then, thank you very much indeed.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Chin chin.
Cheers.